Hey guys, Ozzy back. I just opened this just a minute ago because I wanted to see if it would work for me and make sure that it would look good and sound good. And so you'll see a file that I already started, but I haven't really played it. So let's go in. Yeah, we're gonna start right from the beginning. All right. So this is Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I thought we'd start playing this a little bit. What I'm going to start doing, probably starting next week, um, is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which is my upload schedule. What I'll do is I'm going to start playing certain games at certain times. So, like Monday would be dedicated to either a Nintendo or a Super Nintendo game. Then Wednesday would be dedicated to the next one, um, whichever one I didn't do that first day. So if I do a NES on Mondays, then SNES will be um, Wednesdays, and then I'm thinking maybe what we'll do is we'll do a mobile gaming on Fridays for now. So we'll do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with it being NES, SNES, mobile. Let me know in the comments down below if you would, what you guys think of that, if that sounds like a good plan. Um, right now I've got my music on, but it sounds pretty loud on my end, but when I checked earlier, just a few minutes ago, I could hear it playing in the background as I was talking. I'm hoping that maybe some of the background music I've got playing would be heard, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Um, I'm trying to find something good to listen to. It's very hard sometimes because of the stuff that I like. Uh, I don't know if you guys can hear any of it as I play it in the background, but if not, what I'll do is when I go in and edit this video later, maybe I'll add a backing track just so there's something interesting to listen to when I'm not talking. Not that that's that often. So for any of those in the know, any of the people who are typically on my channel, welcome back. If you're new, then welcome. I enjoy casual gaming. I am not a hardcore gamer by any means. I like to play for fun, and I don't care if I miss secrets, if I miss this, that, or the other thing. I just want to play my game and have fun. I don't use a lot of resets or anything like that either. I just pretty much play along and do my thing. I won't say I don't use cheats. I do like using a cheat engine once in a while with certain games. Obviously, this game, I mean, I've beat it so many times in the past that using a cheat code would just be like so damn easy. But this particular file, I think, and for this channel right now, I'm not going to use a cheat at this point. I did upload a couple of videos so far on this. I hope you guys have been watching. I have done a few Super Nintendo videos, a few Nintendo videos, and even a few mobile gaming. I am looking to potentially get into something like maybe doing some Genesis, Nintendo 64. I want to stick with the retro and maybe a little bit of mobile. I'm not. I play the newer stuff, but I'm not as into it. If I was to play anything on the Switch, it'd probably be like a Mario Kart or something like that. Uh, I am not huge into a lot of certain kinds of games. I've got my ones that I grew up with that I'm really loyal to. I did start playing on the N64 back when I was young, so or I'm sorry, not the N64, the Atari 2600. I started playing on the Atari 2600 back when I was young. There we go. So we just got some magic. So let's go over what we got on the screen here. So if I move this, as you guys can see my little cursor here. So this is where our life is. Right now we have 3 heart containers. That's usually what you start off with in these games. You have to build them up as you go. You can find heart pieces. You can also find a full heart container. Once you get 4 heart pieces, you get a full heart. Or this one might actually be only 2. I don't remember. Let me hit the. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So this is our item screen. This is what we have to use for the Y. Right now, all we have is the lantern, the lamp. We need to have magic to be able to do it. We have lift 1, so we can lift plants and stuff like that. We can't lift rocks. We can read, we can talk, and we can pull. That's what we can do with the letter A button. B right now is set up for, obviously, our sword. We also have a shield and a tunic. We don't have any heart pieces right yet or any pendants, and we've got our lamp as our thing. So we close that out. Right here is where we're going to have our arrows. They'll show us how many we have, our bombs, and this is our rupees. This is how much money we have to spend in the overworld or whatever we're doing. This is our magic health, how much magic we have available to us. Right now, our lamp is the only thing that uses magic, and we don't need that right this moment, so we're not going to use it. We want to make sure we don't hit that Y button. We don't want to waste our magic. We are going to need that later on, but right now, we don't really need it. Now, you can charge by holding your B button, and then you get a spin attack, which does a really good job of cleaning everything. And later on, when we get run and everything, we're going to be able to do some other really cool attacks. But for right now, so here we go. If you hold it and you don't let him spin, you can just walk right through. As long as your sword is facing forward, you can walk right through these and just select. Of course, as you guys have seen in my other videos, I am a grinder. I grind a lot. I've done that all my gaming life. I've always found it the best way for me. I like to kind of, not necessarily OP my guys, but I like to power them up some before I go fighting in dungeons and stuff like that. I like to get them as good as possible. It makes it a lot easier when you're going to fight. You don't have as many problems with dying. For me, it just makes the game a little bit more fun. What do you guys think? Do you guys like to grind and get your characters up before you really start the quest? Or do you guys just dive right into the quest as you're playing? Let me know down in the comments. That'd be interesting to see what people's thoughts are on that. So, like I said, I'm just going to go through here real quick and get rid of some of this stuff, and then we're going to go inside. Right now, we're just trying to go to the next port, or next part. We're going to take out these guys. There we go. Got it. All right, so our door should have opened. Yep. Now we can go in, and no more rain now. But this is where we're going to start having the guys to take out. So we want to make sure we get these guys taken out for now. Shoot, missed him completely. Can you guys believe I did that? All right, so we're going to go with the ground floor first here. So we're going to go in here. As we can see, there's more guys up there. Oh, we got some more guys in here. Sometimes it's really cool because they actually attack you, and sometimes they just like walk around like dummies, and it's like you start thinking, geez, if these guys were actually guards, this castle would be screwed. Because there's no way in hell these guys could save anybody or protect anybody. They just walk around like dumbasses. So pretty soon we're going to be done with this level and we can go on to the next level up. So just like basically up these stairs or something that are right back here. I know they kind of look like a ladder, but they're supposed to be stairs. It's just back then when they did these games, the graphics weren't as good as they are now. So, but one thing you have to admit, if you guys, probably a lot of you are too young to remember this, but if you ever played the Atari 2600, you would know that these graphics are by far way better. These graphics are even quite a bit an improvement on the original Nintendo system, the 8-bit system. Then the 64 was definitely a little bit of a better system as it started growing. I really liked it. I enjoyed the system. I played it pretty regularly. I had a good deal of games. I had to get rid of them back when, but since I've gotten with Lauren and I now have the kids and everything, I did get a retro system, which is basically it's a NES and a Super NES together in one single system. We're gonna go outside real quick for a little bit to try to move around here some. Um, so I got that system, and it wasn't expensive, but it works wicked good. Now, as you can see, we can't hit that high. I just like walking around with the sword equipped and powered. Now you gotta be careful you don't hit that little thing there because it'll electrocute you. You can go back around here and talk to the other guard back down here. It doesn't really matter. You're not going to get a hell of a lot of information. Oh, that's right. There is no guard on that side. Okay. There's only the guard on one side. But we're going to go back inside, but basically what we just did is skip from one side to the other. And then we'll walk around in here again. So on this level up here. So we're just going to keep getting our pots broken and kind of hit everything. That way you don't necessarily miss a secret. As you can see, we've been in here before already. But our options are to either go up or not, or go down back to the other area. And right now I want to go up. Pretty soon we're going to have to move downstairs, but right now it's not. There we go. Okay. Ah, there we go. Now I just need to get me a heart so I can feel a little bit better. See, we don't know about that hidden thing yet. Now I don't know if anybody remembers that you could do this, but if you get by these curtains and you swing your sword, you can actually cut them back. It's kind of cool. It doesn't really do anything, but it's one of those little things that the game developers put in, so it's always really neat that they put in some of that extra stuff to kind of be a nice little nod to all of us gamers that, hey, we are thinking of you. So we got nothing really in there. Right now, we're just going to try to get our butt. We're going to die. Hey, it happens. You saved from the last point you were at. All right, so we already did the up out here. Let's get into these other spots here. Let's try to get around. So I think we're going to go down this time and see where this leads us. Obviously we know where it's going to lead us. This is not by any means a new game. I'm pretty sure that most of you out there, if you're watching this, are into Zelda. So it'd be kind of silly to have not played this before if it's something you're into. But it is what it is. So now we've got our thing, and we can actually look if we hit the X button here. We can actually look at our map, and if we go to the floor here, see we've done everything on the first floor and everything on the second floor. We're on basement 1 right now. We're going to be moving basement 2, basement 3 right now. It shows us where we are and how many rooms we have left to go through. So what we're going to do is use our key to unlock this door, and we're going to come in here. Now we have a couple of options on how we can do this. We try to just get around him. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. And the nice thing about these pots, you can throw them at the guys, and you can sometimes knock them off the edge like that. It just makes it easier in defeating them. Oh, there we go, a heart. I can stop that incessant beeping. There we go. Now this game, I really like. I like this style that they did. It reminds me, it's very reminiscent for any that remember of the original Zelda, where it was a top-down. You watched your character from above as you did your things. I really like that style. Side scrollings are fun, and there was, for those that remember, there was a side scrolling Zelda, the Zelda 2, and it was. I didn't personally like it, but I know a lot of people who did, and I don't discourage people for liking something like that because you never know what somebody's going to be into for games and stuff, and their personal preferences may not align with yours when it comes to gaming, but that doesn't mean you should ding them for it. They're just in a different place than you are. They like a different type of game than you do. A lot of these games are really fun, though. I've always been a platformer, and Nintendo has always been my platform of choice. Um, like I said, I kind of started with the Atari 2600, but Nintendo was really where I took off. Now, the nice thing is, we should be able to just use this chest to block him, but be able to get our spin attack in. Then we can come and get that open. So now we got the boomerang. This is awesome because we can equip that with Y. And then we got our boomerang. So we're not going to waste magic anymore. So now we can hit X and see we've missed one area. But we needed a key to get in there, and by defeating this room, we just received our key. So we can now come into here, and that leads us down to basement part 2, I believe. Yeah, it's going to bring us down into B2. So we're going to go in here, and then that's all of basement part 2. That's literally it. There's nothing else to it. Now the nice thing with this is, boom, guy is frozen. We have every opportunity to just go beat his ass. Now, yeah, this guy. This guy's a little bit more difficult. He's got that mace that he can spin. And if that hits you, that can do some damage. Ooh, see? So what you gotta try to do is hit him as best as possible and then move away. We've got the master key, so that will open and let Zelda out. But first, we're gonna refill. That's why I didn't go after these at first. I knew they were there, and I could have filled up, but I figured if I could beat him without dying, it'd be even better. So we just got 20 more rupees or 10 more rupees, and now we've got Zelda with us. She's talking about Egg Mom or whatever, and now she's part of our party. She's not a playable character. She's an NPC, and she's gonna follow us around. But we can now go to that force field and open it. We have a couple different ways we can go about doing this. We're just going to get our butts back up there first, and sorry guys, sometimes it just takes a minute to do this, walking and shit, but it should be pretty quick once we get going. So, since I've got nothing really to say right now because it's just basic full, why don't we take care of the business portion of this like we always try to do? If you haven't already, please go down and click that like button. Let me know that you like the content that I'm putting out. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. Click that subscribe icon. This is the kind of content that I put out. I like playing retro gaming and just having fun and talking about it while I do it. Sometimes I talk about different subjects. Sometimes I will have specific subjects to talk about, like video game trivia or things like that. But as of right now, all I'm doing is just playing games for you guys to enjoy and uh, generally talking. Talking about my past experience, talking about what's going on in my life, things like that. That's kind of stuff that you're interested in, if you have fun, then stick around and certainly become a subscriber to my channel. I am trying to make this into a full-time job for myself, a way to make money for myself and my family, so it would be very nice if I could have everyone's support. And if you did both of those things, would you please consider going down? Okay, I guess we can't do that part yet. What were we supposed to do then? Let me go back under. It's been so long since I've played this that I honestly can't remember what I'm supposed to do. Maybe I was supposed to go upstairs now. So if you did both of those things, would you please go down and click on, there it is, and click on that notification icon so you get notified anytime I upload new content. As I spoke of earlier in this broadcast, I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will be putting up an upload schedule pretty soon. Um, I'll probably post it in the public comments of this page. I think what we're going to do is try to maybe get to the first dungeon here. Let's see how far we can get. Basically, what I usually try to do when I do these is I try to just I pick a wall and I try to stick to it. And if you light these, you can actually get a little bit of light in here and not be walking around with just that dark. Problem is, it does use your magic, so you need to make sure you keep your magic filled. But the nice thing is, you don't have just that little circle of light on you, like that. It gives you an idea of what the room actually looks like and where any enemies might be. So as you can see, we're on floor 2 right now. We've mapped everything. We've mapped everything that's available to us right now. We have 1, 2, and 3. We have floor 1 and basement. So that's everything that's available to us. We've done it. Now we're going to come up to floor 1. Again, light everything up. We got our snakes here. We got to beat these guys. Now, the thing you got to watch with these guys is if they get in line with you, they will attack. It doesn't matter if it's a horizontal or a vertical line. If they get in line with you, they will attack you. And they come fast, so you got to be ready for it. See, like that. There we go. All right. It's nice when they come at you like that. All right, we got a bat here. These guys can be tricky too because they move around you. And of course, I just wasted some magic. Now, you're going to see sometimes stuff like this. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason they want you to do all of these things. It's a puzzle. If you open it in a certain time sometimes, you'll unlock another secret. This one wasn't one, but I know there's one coming up in here. I just have to remember where. Like I said, and as I keep saying, it's been a very long time with some of these games since I played them. So for me, and with my head injury and everything, it sometimes can be difficult for me to remember some things of how, what the patterns are, how the games are, and everything since my head injury. So what I try to do is just play. I found that's usually the best answer to the question of how do I do this? Just keep playing. Either you're going to figure it out or you're not. And if you're not, restart. That's what restarts are all about. That's why game developers put them in the first place, so that when we screw up, we can just go over and begin again. But 9 times out of 10 with a game like this, you don't need to do that. Um, like I said, these games are pretty straightforward, pretty easy with how they run. Game mechanics are not that crazy. Oop, I'm sitting there because I knew I'd have to hit it, wasting it. There we go. Come on, get here, mousey. There we go. All right, so that's the key I was looking for. Obviously, it's almost always in the last enemy. It's just a matter of catching that last enemy. So let's move into the next room. And how close are we? All right, we're doing pretty good. We have a secret room here, but because we don't have bombs yet, we can't access it. The other way you'd be able to access it is if you had the availability to run. You can run and then attack kind of the wall. It's like a run and bounce off or like hit it with your head type of thing. Now we're going to push that so we can move up. And we're going back up. Now we're going to find ourselves very soon in the next portion. As you can see, we're very far away. This is where we came into floor one, and this is where we are now. So that shows you we're pretty far away from where we initially started. And there's a reason for that. You'll see in a minute. This was a shortcut to try to get the princess out of the castle based on the fact that, we were knowing that there was something bad going on. I mean, this is Legend of Zelda. One of two things is going to happen. Either Zelda is going to get kidnapped, or, it's pretty much like playing Mario. Princess Peach is going to get kidnapped. And now there's two switches here. One will open that door, but the other one does something different. We see. I think this one doesn't. No, that one did open the door. Okay, so if we had grabbed the wrong one, let me show you what happened. See, we hear that, and then all the snakes pop out. It's kind of good though sometimes because you can really stock up if you're running a little low on stuff. Because these guys just literally pop out of nowhere and you get a bunch of them. And there we are. We made it out of the tunnel, and now we meet the old man. So you guys can I'm going to go through it kind of quick, but not overly quick in case you guys want to take the time to read it. Um, I usually don't read this kind of stuff. I've played the game so many times that to me it's just not worth it. See, we just got a full heart container, so we popped from 3 and we now have 4. So we've come to Sanctuary, and now we're going to be on the overworld when we go back outside. So we're back in the overworld. You'll notice that now it's stopped raining. So let's explore the overworld a little bit and see what kind of trouble we can get into. So again, remember there we go. We've got our sword that can do our spin attack. And so we're just going to keep doing that and clearing out the bushes. Oh, I got to remember when I get over to the other section. One of my favorite things to do in the game, it's kind of like, it's pretty stupid. It's kind of juvenile, but it's just always one of them things that I did as a kid when I played the game. So I still do it today just for the fun of it. So this is where our sanctuary is. Now our house is way down here somewhere where we can't access it from where we are at this moment. We've got the graveyard here we can go in and play in, but I don't want to go to the graveyard just yet. I think my better bet is to go the other way here. Let's get past that guy. Now, if we go up, if we go north, that would bring us toward the mountain. We don't want to go there yet. Death Mountain is not where we want to go yet either. We just want to take these guys out as much as possible. Now, the neat thing about this is you can read these, and that's where we're going, Kakariko Village. And the other thing is, oh, I guess you gotta be behind it. I hope it'll still do it. No, it doesn't do it anymore. When you used to be able to play, you used to cut like that, and it would cut the sign down for you. Again, it was one of those just little silly things that, as a gamer, you appreciate the thought that goes into them making the game. So now we're in the village. This is a cool place to go. Wanted, the criminal who kidnapped Zelda. So basically, they're calling Link a criminal right now and saying that he kidnapped Zelda. So, and I don't know why he does, like, why they have him throwing that stuff. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Of course, when you're first playing, you need this information. It is important to the story a lot of times, but for the game we're playing right now, as I said, I know where I'm going, and if you guys are here, you've probably played before, and if not, you really need the story right now because you're watching me play. I'm doing the walkthrough right now. I'm doing what needs to be done to play, so why would you guys need to watch anything else? And of course, a lot of this stuff is foreshadowing for things that you'll find later on as you start going between worlds. This is a fun little game. It's a memory and strategy and what do you call it? Spatial awareness game. You have to have a certain amount of spatial awareness. See, we got two of the chests, but two of them are were not able to be opened. Again, we can see here there's a crack. We can't do anything about it now, but once we get some bombs, we can. If we go up, and I believe if we go back down, it will reset. If not, we need to leave and come back in. Yeah, see, it did partially reset, but what we need to do is come in like that. And see, then that just, like, gives us money. If I had thought ahead, I probably could have done it without messing up. But all we're looking to do is up our up our money. Let me grab a quick drink. Gotta keep my whistle wet, otherwise my voice is gonna go out on me. I was sick a little over this weekend. I did shoot some videos while I was sick, but not a lot. As you guys can see, this we can walk through the water, but there's no way to get up there. So really, right now from this area, there's nothing we can do. But you see that little hole over there? If we come up here and we jump down here, we can fall down the hole. Then in here, there we go. There's the bombs we've been looking for. We only have three, so we're going to have to be careful with them. More rupees. More rupees. More rupees. More rupees. And, wow, big surprise. More rupees. Obviously, rupees are going to be important at some point. Right now, we're just kind of stockpiling. But you're going to need to buy stuff from shops and things like that. Now, since we took care of that, we can come back here if we want to this other building. And then we can find out what's in that area. Remember, when we were down here, we noticed this cracked wall. So if we put these on, and then we place one, and then we can move back, and we gotta move away because you don't want to get blown up. It's gonna take away hearts. And boom, we're in. So let's see. Rupee, rupee, rupee. Part of a heart container. Oh, it is a quarter on this one. Okay. Some of the games are a half. This one's a quarter. So for every heart piece you get, you're going to get a quarter. If I remember correctly, you can get a total of 16 hearts. That's the most you can have. Now we did that whole top part, so let's start walking around this next area. So if we do that, we can get somebody called on us, and then we can fight. And you see how, I don't know if you guys heard it, because when I looked earlier, it didn't sound like it was coming through, but our music changed when we did that. Now we got this little guy sitting here, and he'll give us a bottle for 100 rupees. I know it seems like a lot, but you'll be surprised at how functional these bottles are. Take advantage of it. You only get one from him. You get a total of, I believe it's 4 bottles throughout the game, and they're all at different parts. You have to keep an eye out. There's certain tasks that must be completed to get the bottles. So just make sure you go through and do it. It is worth it. They definitely do help your inventory. You're able to carry either medicines or fairies or what have you. You can carry a magic medicine, so that way if you run out of magic, you won't have a problem. There we go. All right, so we went through that row, so let's go down to the next row of housing. This person needs to mow their lawn. That's all there is to that. You know what? Why don't we be nice for them? And who knows? Maybe by doing this, maybe they'll give us a couple bucks or something. You know, when I was a kid, I used to try to see if I could do my neighbors' lawns for a couple bucks. It's always a good way to make some money on the side. So let's see. All right, he's not going to give us that, but he's going to give us information. Information's always good. We're going to need that later. Obviously, again, we don't need it right now. And we're just going to get our butts out of here and go over to the next house. Pretty much that's all I'm doing, going from house to house, seeing what's happening in each house, breaking pots, and gaining things, talking to people, getting information that we need so we can move on to the next thing. And we got the butterfly net. Now, this will help us catch a fairy to be able to put in a bottle. So these things go together really well. If we catch a fairy and put it in a bottle, if we're having a fight like we had earlier, and it comes to the point where we're going to get killed, instead of having to go back to the beginning, what will happen is our guy will take and open the bottle. The fairy will come out and replenish. Here we go. All right, guys. So we got to the cuckoos. Watch. Just hold one of them up, or the other thing you can do, get them into a corner and just keep hitting it. Trust me, it's worth it. Just keep doing it. It's gonna kill some of your life, but trust me, provided all the game mechanics are the same as on the other games, this is gonna be worth it. Come on, please work. It should have happened by now. It looks like they took that out of this game too. In the other game, after you spend so long hitting or annoying the cuckoos, they'll fly in from off the screen. You'll get a whole bunch of them coming after you, and they'll just start pecking you all over the place. I really love that. It's so much fun. This guy is hard to catch. You need to have the dash to catch him. So there's really no sense in going through and trying to do it now. Obviously, we're going to do some gardening because we want to increase our rupees. It's always good to have more. You know, we just spent 100 on a bottle, so we want to refill as much as possible. Cutting down bushes and stuff like that is usually the best way to replenish your money. Obviously, there's ways you can earn it other than that, but without actually doing any fighting or anything, just walking around the overworld and breaking things and opening things like this, you know, cutting down all these bushes, cutting out all the things. That's a good way to just clean up a little bit, you know, to add to your inventory some. As you can see, remember we used one bomb, but we just gained another one. And usually when you see something like this, where it's kind of off by itself, it's not an accident. It's not just there for no reason. There's going to be a reason why it's there. So take advantage and try using different things there. We just got 5 of the arrows. We're up to 6 bombs, and we got more money. It's really, take the time to do it, guys. Just do it. It's worth it. Let's see if these cuckoos will do it. Let's talk first. And he gave us something. What did he give us? Alright, let's see if these cuckoos do it. I was going to say, don't tell me we can't even hit these cuckoos. I really hope it works. That was one of my favorite parts of this game, just having all the cuckoos come out and attack you. But it looks like they took that game mechanic out for the ROM here. That sucks. That was one of my favorite parts. Oh, we got a bee. Now, check this out, guys. I caught a bee. I can keep it in a bottle. Now I've got a bee in a bottle. Why is that important, you may ask? Let me show you. Let's put our bottle here, and we'll walk around for a little bit. We'll do some more stuff, and you'll see why. So we've got 228. We can buy more bombs. We can get us up to 10. We can get more hearts, or we can spend 150, but we don't have an open thing right now. That would be a potion for healing. We don't really need that right now. All right. So one more house here, I believe, and this is the inn. So we're going to stop in here, and this is where we can talk to some more people. Not a lot to do, really. It's more just, again, garnering information. And as you can see, here's the bar, and there's a thing behind that obviously looks like you can get to. But as you can see, we're at the front of it here. Well, what happened, what you got to do, make sure when you're done going in the front door, you come around here and go around the back. Because then you can go in here and access this little area and get yourself another freaking cuckoo. And there's your second jar. Now remember, I said there's a total of 4 jars in here. So you want to get your jars as soon as possible. You are going to need them. This tree is going to be important later. It's not right now. And this is where we're going to find. Let me show you in just a minute. Ooh. Just keep doing what you're doing. Clean up. Ooh, you gotta be careful. Every once in a while, that's going to happen. It doesn't happen as often, but every once in a while, you're going to get an enemy popping out from the underbrush. So just be ready for it and be ready to take them out. As you can see, I took a total of a damage. I'm down by 1 heart right now. That's kind of a lot, but Ooh, and there's the other thing to watch out for. So I'm kind of showing you exactly what you shouldn't be doing. There we go. All right, and only one more here to get. Now, as you can see, there's a little cave here, so we can go in. Nothing we can do. We can go down the stairs and go to that door, but we can't get in it. The way to get in there is from up here, but we need a hammer to do it because we need to knock down that thing. We don't have the hammer yet. So we're going to go in and visit these guys, this guy, and see. If my lost partner infirm, we can temper your sword. So we already know that the sword we have is the primary sword that you begin with in the game. That's telling us if we come back and we find his partner, he can make us a better sword. As you guys know from past Zelda games, that's the way you win the game. Get yourself a better sword. Now, here we have our library. This is great. I love this. Make sure you come over here. Right now, we're just going to do a quick overworld view. We're going to take a look at a few different things here. As you can see, there's a book up there. Right now, there's nothing we can do to get that book, but when we get our shoes and we're able to run, you'll see we can get that book really easy. I'll be showing you that pretty soon. I don't know how much we're going to get to on this video. This video I wanted to do as an overview, as a view of Overworld and what's going on in the game. So, these brothers are fighting. Just bomb the thing. Open it up. And then talk to the other brother. Obviously, they're twins. And then when you go in here, you're going to come out in a different part. Right now, can you reach the goal within 15 seconds? If you do, I would give you something for ready, set, go. No, we're not going to be able to do it because I believe that it's not set up. I believe you have to have the run set up to be able to finish. So I don't think that this is going to get us what we need. Oh, 13 seconds. All right. So we do get our piece of the heart. So now we got half a heart. Now that we did that, we can actually go back in and do a little cleanup. You don't want to do it when you're trying to make the game because obviously that's going to waste time, but there's no rule that says you can't do it after. So what I like to do is just go through and pick everything up. It definitely, again, it's a matter of just filling your inventory and making sure you have enough of everything within the game. You're going to need more money throughout different parts of the game. You're going to need more bombs throughout different parts of the game. So, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. There we go. All right. So we'll let those go off, and we'll just waste a couple of bombs. It doesn't matter. We're going to get more bombs later on down the road, so it doesn't matter how many we waste right now. But once I get to this next thing, I'm going to do what you just saw just a minute ago. I hit the map button. So this is the map. That's where we are right now. You can see there's the village we came from. Up here, there's where the sanctuary is right there. There's the castle right there. Let's see, where's the brothers? I believe that's the brothers right there. This is Death Mountain. That's the forest. We're going to be going in there later. There's the waterfalls in the Zora's area. You see that little X? That's where we're trying to go right now. Again, I'm not in a rush to get there. I know what it is, where we're trying to go. So I just wanted to give you a quick look at the map. And this right here, if you see what's kind of right in the center of the screen right now, that's our house. So we're kind of centrally located, everything. We can't get down to that part right now. So if we hit X again, that gives us the zoomed out, and we can see everything. So let's say it one more time. And now let's keep walking around and just seeing what we can see in the overworld map. So we went in to these few things already. Now what we need to do is check these last couple houses to see what's going on. This is a game that can make you money. I don't want to do that right now. I just don't want to spend the money. I just want to walk around a little bit more, show you guys a few more things before we move on to the next thing. We've been playing for a little while now, so I don't want to make this video overly long, being it's the first time we're playing this game. I just want to start off with it, get you an idea of how my play style is for this particular game, and show you what we do. This here is our enchanted forest. You come in here, and you see this guy, and right now it means nothing, but trust me, later on down the road, again, all this kind of stuff that we're doing later on down the road is going to make sense. But for the initial stages of everything, you have no idea why this stuff is happening. All right, let's see. All right, I got him, so that got me that. I just want to make sure I'm a little bit filled here. So I think what we need to do is head back home. Ooh, this guy's an archer. He can be bad because if he hits you, that can hurt. We got another soldier there, and we just gotta keep moving around. I want to come up here because if I remember right, around here somewhere. Okay, it's right there. We can't get to it because of the rock pile. But right there, there's a fairy fountain. So now we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna go back home. And what we're gonna do is once we get home, we're gonna save, and that'll be the end of our first Zelda Link to the Past video. Did we get much accomplished? No. Did we get an overview of the map? Get a look at a few of the places of interest? Yeah. And next time around, we will move to the next quest. So let's go in. We don't have to go into our house to save. We can save at any time. So we're going to save and quit. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this. Please go down, click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you did both those things, remember to click that notification icon so you get notified anytime I upload new content. Guys, I hope you enjoyed me playing Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and I will be back very soon. Talk to you guys later. Ozzy out. Bye.